Good morning, this is the Fullness Code, and this week we'll talk about anxiety, overload, and a racing mind. And the episode title of today is Why Your Mind Won't Shut Off Even When You Are Tired. You are tired and can't rest. There are people who work all day, solve problems, make decisions, and when they finally lay down, the body stops, but the mind doesn't. And maybe that's happening to you. You are tired, truly tired, but your mind keeps running. One thought leads to another, one concern opens the next, and before you realize it, your body is exhausted, but your mind is still active. If this is happening to you, type here, my mind won't stop. Many people think this is normal, but pay attention, something is common, but it's not normal. Maybe you're living in common, but not living normal. That is just part of adult life. You probably want to talk, but it's more than that. What's happening to you is not just too much activity. It's too much responsibility without internal direction. Because when your mind won't shut off, it's not because you think too much. It's because you are trying to control everything at the same time. There are people who are constantly solving everything at work, at home, for others, and over time their mind enters a continuous mode. It no longer knows when to stop. And an ancient writing from the book of eternal knowledge says, cast all your anxiety to him because he cares for you. This is the 1 Peter 5 verse 7. This is not just spiritual, it's practical. Because when you carry everything alone, your mind doesn't stop. What you don't release, you accumulate. What accumulates doesn't rest. Now pay attention to something. It's not just the amount of things that is exhausting you. It's the lack of mental closure. You finish the day, but not your thoughts. You don't finish your thoughts. You leave the problem, but the problem doesn't leave you. And that's create a cycle. Tired body, racing mind, poor rest, more exhaustion, more thoughts, and again, tired body, racing mind, more rest, more exhaustion, more thoughts, and keep doing the same thing. But you are functioning well on the outside, you looking good outside, but inside you are not. You are at your limit. And if you don't adjust this, you won't break you won't break suddenly. You will wear out slowly. But let me be direct with you. If your mind won't shut off, it's because you are not setting internal boundaries. It's not just a lack of rest. It's a lack of direction about what you carry and what you release. And another writing say, better one handful with rest than two handfuls with toil and chasing after the wind. This Ecclesiastes 4:6 is not about doing more. It's about knowing when to stop. In a practical application, 3 adjustments you need to start today. It not depend where you live, not depending what country you live, but these three adjustments are principles, and you need to start today. And the first one is define an end point for your day. Don't stop when you are exhausted. Decide to stop. Yesterday night I was talking with my wife, and she started to talk something, and I was tired because it was a little bit late for our usually time to lay. And I told her, Vanessa, let's talk this tomorrow, because I don't want to lay late, to sleep late for this subject. So let's talk this for tomorrow. So the first application is define an endpoint for your day. This will let you rest. The second application, the second adjustment to apply in your life, you need to start this today, is take things out of your mind. Write them now. Externalize them. Your mind was not designed to store everything. It was designed to process. Sometimes someone asked to Albert Einstein if they can give an interview, and he said yes, absolutely. And the person asked, what's your address to go there and to interview you? And he said, give me a moment, please. Take your notebook and start to open, to find, and give the address. And the person was surprised, because how the one of the most intelligent man in the world don't know the address. And he told, I use my mind to process, not to store informations. And this is what you have to do. Absolutely, you have to know your address, but you don't have to keep with all information inside of your mind. So for this reason, take things out of your mind. And the third adjustment is decide what you will not solve today. Not what you solve today, what you will not solve today. Maturity is not solving everything. It's knowing what wants to be solved now. In my tournaments, I always say, make a list with what you have to do today. With 8, 7, 8, 10, not too much, but some items that you have to do during the day, and split this into the important and not important. The dividing two pieces, the important and not important, or the priority and not priority. This, you know what is your priority, but you know what is not your priority. So the third adjustment is decide what you will not solve today. Because sometimes we have something to do, we know we cannot do, we know is not priority, but sometimes we want to do that. You have to decide what you will not solve today. Maturity is not solving everything. It's knowing what want to be solved now. And one more thing is you need to accept that not everything is under your control. As long as you try to control everything, your mind will stay active. When you understand your limits, your mind begins to slow down. When you understand your limits, your mind begins to slow down. There are people living like this for years, and they got used to it. But this is not normal. Remember, something is common, but it's not normal. It's not normal to be tired and unable to rest. When you're tired, you have to rest. And there are moments in life when understanding is not enough. You need to realignment, because some change don't happen just by listening. They happen when you position yourself in the right environment. And on May 29 and 30 at the Plenium Conference, that's exactly what we are going to do. A space to reorganize your mind, reset your direction, and breaks this cycle of overload. You don't have to live with a constantly racing mind, but you do need to change the way you decide, carry, and live, because your mind won't shut off on this own. You have to train it to stop. Right decisions at the right time completely change the direction of your life. For this reason, I'd like to remember you. Live with principle, decide with awareness, and walk in fullness. God bless your week, and I see you here tomorrow in Fullness Code. See you.